Yeah, I did a live on the so-called coronavirus exercise, and I got cut off. I hate when I'm going in and when I'm doing a build, somebody always got to call me. You know what I mean? And cut it off, man. I don't like that, but. I was doing the live and the build on the coronavirus exercise and how I like it. I like it. And the reason why I said that I like it is because we now get to separate what matters and who matters versus what don't matter and who don't matter, right? Because people, they always, Black lives matter and white lives matter, homosexuals matter and women matter. Right now, we finding out who really matters. Like, what black people matter? Do all black people matter? I'm talking about in a situation like this. Do all white people matter? You see? The types of people that matter, as I've said before in other lives, man, are, your military, your doctors, your botanists, your people your scientists, the water purificationists, people who purify the water, people who grow the food, the people who drive the trucks to get products and resources from A to B. Those are the things that matter. And this is a good exercise because it allows us to test a contingency plan. And it allows for me, let me finish the thought, to test a contingency plan on what happens in the event of an outbreak, such as the coronavirus, the so-called coronavirus. How the world is going to react, how the country is going to react, how the leadership, what resources do you have now? Now you got to break out the resources. You got to break out the contingency plan. You got to show us, as people who pay taxes, what you're going to do in this situation. I mean, we got to protect ourselves, but at the same time, I need to see my money at work. You know what I'm saying? That's just like you take money out of my taxes, that's going to the military. If a foreign nation wants to come over and invade, I need to see my money at work. I need to see my money at work. The money that I put into the pot. So this coronavirus allows us to see that, man. It allows us to take to slice the fat off of the meat. Like, nobody, not saying I eat steak or nothing like that. I have eaten steak, but nobody likes a fat steak. You don't want fat all around the steak. You want a nice lean steak. And most of these people, places, and things, they're just fat. You see? Sports don't matter right now. They shut that down. The movies don't matter. The mall don't matter right now. They shut that down. The club don't matter now. They shut that down. You see? But they kept the alcohol, they kept the liquor stores open for you. They'll see those are provisions. It's just that you can't go congregate with a whole bunch of people and sit around and stand around each other, passing germs, drinking liquor, talking all in each other's faces. Now you just go get you a bottle of liquor at the store and go home and drink it. I like it, man, because it cuts away a lot of the shenanigans. I'm riding around, ain't that many people out, that's good. Only the people that's out right now are the people that probably matter. We matter. The folks that's out right now, we probably going A to B. We're not just joyriding, burning up resources. We're going somewhere to where we're going to plug into the system to keep this thing going. Because the people that matter are the ones who's gonna push mankind, and the elect who is within mankind, who's gonna push this thing into the future, hopefully for the better. The senior citizens matter. They used to didn't matter. Like before the exercise, get out of the way, old man. Oh, you old. Nah, the senior citizens, man, we gotta take care of them because they put the work in to pay. They put the work in into the infrastructure. They paid the taxes, right? So that you can move forward. So they matter. And there are provisions in place for the senior citizens. You know? What matters, man? What really matters? That's what we getting down. Because everything else that don't matter is going to pass away. A lot of these businesses pass away. All these malls, they're closed. Don't nobody need that. I got plenty of clothes. Man, I got so many clothes ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure you do too. Clothes that you don't even wear no more. But you don't give away because you know it's still good. You got clothes, man. The different types of food. Now people are going to probably eat better. People now going to use now you want to use hand sanitizer. Right? Should have always been using that. Should have always been washing your hands. You should always have been paying attention to your personal hygiene and the personal hygiene of others and being courteous and being cognizant of passing germs and diseases to others. Now you're more cognizant. That's what the coronavirus exercise did, the contingency plan. That's what it did. So whether it's right, whether it's true or false, it don't matter. We get to see our money at work. We get to see the provisions that are being put in place in a time of turmoil. In a time of turmoil, we get to see that, you know? You get to see your government at work. And so, pretty much what it does, man, I'm gonna get off this horn. I just wanted to finish up on what I was saying initially on part one of this live, you know, before I was interrupted. That the things that don't matter, man, what really matters, man. Seeing nobody out, what really matters, man. And things that don't matter, man, you gotta go, you out of here. You out of here. What really matters? A young kid who's out here on the streets, gangbanging, popping pills in the club, listening to hip hop in the clubs, jumping around, taking up resources, or the kid who's in college, who's somewhere being educated as a scientist, as a doctor, as a lawyer, as a physicist. Which kid matters? As we move into times like this, where there's an outbreak, who are those minds? We need great minds at this time. We don't need we need great minds at this time, man. We need people who are thinking people. We need people with the skill set that's going to allow us to move forward. You know, as we become a leaner and meaner people. A leaner people, man, you got to get lean, man. You know what I'm saying? Just look at America. America is obese. They told you that. You know what I'm saying? Literally and figuratively. You're overweight. And this is one way, right or wrong, of shedding off the pounds, man. Shedding off the pounds. You know, people who, because you can shoot, and I ain't got nothing against sports. I love sports. I love basketball. I love football. But those, I love, you know, movies, entertainment. But those who got these millions of dollars for one family, when you got millions of people with no dollars. You see what I'm saying? There's the distribution of the money and of the resources is going to a few. We need to break all that up. We need to break all that up. It's getting warm in here. Let me hit this climate right now. Because it is definitely getting warm in here. I got it like 80 degrees in here. Yeah, those are so that's what matters, man. People harboring the resources, harboring the cash, trying to get as much as they got, much as they can get. while the rest of the people suffer. So what this does right now is, are you entertainers? And let me tell you another thing about movies and all of that. That's cool, but when you got an overabundance of movies and TV shows that's pumping out a bunch of garbage, it stalemates the true information that should be circulating the planet. You know, from the universe. Information that's meant for you and me, we can't get that through because the signals are jammed with all this garbage. The radio waves are jammed with garbage and noise. We call it white noise in the technical field. It's white noise, you know? And it's jamming the frequency to where only certain information can get through. Now maybe good information can get through. You know, because all of the shenanigans that we're seeing on TV, especially coming out the black community, they ain't nothing but shenanigans, you know, coming out in the form of messages that's leading people down the wrong direction, man. So it's nice and clean, man. It's nice and clean. See how I'm driving around, moving around the system? It's clean. Only the people that matter are out. And I'm going to plug into the system to get something out the system. You see? I have access to the system because I matter. If you don't matter, man, you ain't gonna have access to the system, man. Your shit is about to be revoked. And like I said, they're gonna cut the system back on, but every business ain't coming back out of this. Every TV show ain't coming out of this. People are going to get more serious. The consumers are going to get more serious. We're going to want to eat the things that matter now. We're going to want to go to the places that matter now. We want to, you know, we're going to, you know, have to hold on to the things that matter now. All that other stuff got to pass away, man. So I like it. I really do. I really do. I think John Legend say he's gonna do a concert for the people from his house. Man, nobody want to hear that. We don't want to hear a concert with you at the home. Like, we don't want to hear you. We don't want to hear no lullabies. We don't want to be rocked to sleep. Niggas ain't trying to feel sad. We ain't trying to feel that. We don't want that. So you can keep that. You know, logging in to hear your concert at the piano from the crib. We don't want that at this time. What we need, what we want at this time is the right information and the information that we need, you know, during this time at hand. And we need to focus in on what provisions are out there for you. What provisions are out there for me? Do I matter? And if I don't matter, how can I turn this thing around so that I do matter? So I can have an invite into the system to be able to get resources out the system. You see what I'm saying? So that's it, man. That's it. I just wanted to, you know, check in on part 2 and get this live out the way, man. Get this out the way, man. Look at that, boy. Fresh food, fresh fish. Fresh food, fresh fish. Ain't nobody out. I like it. I like it. Only people, these people that are out right now are the people that are using resources that are needed to get them to where they need to be to plug back into the system to help push so-called mankind and the elect who are mixed amongst mankind to push this thing to the future, man. You know what I'm saying? The jig is up. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment field, the jig is up. TMZ, the jig is up. We don't care nothing about that. You're still trying to push that message now, follow. We don't care about the lives of entertainers and sports figures anymore. We care about our own lives and the people around us and the people that we interface with. And we're going to keep the circle small. No loitering. Remember that? In front of the store, no loitering. That's what it is. This is the corner store rule and regulations now that is being pushed out to everybody. No loitering. No sitting in the club, no standing in the club, no lounging with a bunch of people together, passing diseases and passing and coughing and drinking behind. No going in a restaurant, sitting down and eating where they're not sanitizing the plates and the utensils and the glasses, where they got rats running around in the middle of the night and open up tomorrow the next day for business. No, you go in and get your food, you roll out. Or cook at home, which is what you're supposed to be doing anyway. That way you control what's in the food. If you cook at home, if you prepare your meal at home, you know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. You know, that's it. Looking at the trucks, you know what I'm saying? Moving this dirt or moving whatever they need to move from A to B. I see a lot of trucks out, man. The trucks are out. That's what matters. Look at that. The trucks are out, baby. I love it, man. I don't wish sickness on nobody, but I like what's going on, because some people suffering from the coronavirus and some people are actually not suffering from it, because the resources are going to be distributed out to those that matter. That's where the resources are going to go. So the Caucasian, they checking the list and they checking it twice. Santa Claus, to see who's naughty and who's nice, man. Because if you're naughty, man, you get Nathan. You know, I'm checking my list and I'm checking it twice to see what foods to see how I'm moving about this. Because you still got to move about the system. You ain't quarantined in a house. Nobody said you can't come out. I'm outside. I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside. Nobody said you can't come outside. You got to stay in the house. But I'm moving about the system though, accordingly. I'm moving about the system. Ain't no shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, I'm out, man. I'm out. Let me get off this horn, man.